Ladies and gentlemen. Hold up. There we go. Dude, I forgot to completely adjust this thing. Hold on, let me do this, yo. Thank y'all for stopping by, man. I appreciate y'all, yo. What is good? What is good? Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here because I wanted to talk about some greatness on this day, dude. Whatever that ends up being, we're here to talk about some greatness. We are here to talk about some heat. I'll just put this. Right here. But yeah, nah, dude, holy flagnars. Nah, I appreciate y'all. Yeah. I appreciate y'all. It's one of those things to where, like I said earlier, I feel like I've had so many of these throughout the year. With the GOAT piece, with Hanta Toyabu, with Bleach, with Trails. It's been a great year of experiencing so many things that makes it feel like it's a holiday. You know what I mean? And so, to me, this is just another one of those. For me, I feel like I'm more excited for Film Red coming out next week than even today. Hey, technically, when Film Red drops, that's gonna be my real birthday. You know what I'm saying? That's Film Red, man. That's Film Red. You feel me? So, nah, I appreciate y'all, man. I really, really do. Thank you, man. But yo, let's talk about some heat, yo. Whatever that may be. Like, what are y'all watching this season? Let's talk about some One Piece, man. Let's talk about some Hunter x Hunter. I'm ready. I'm here for the next hour and some change. I'm trying to talk about some peak. Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate it. Watched Film Red in Malaysia, and it was really dope. Happy birthday. Now, I appreciate you, Louise, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for Film Red, man. The fact that y'all got... the fact that so many individuals have... It feels like we're getting it last. Like, in North America and in Central America, it feels like we're getting it last in comparison to the rest of the... the rest of the planet. You know what I mean? It's wild. Hunter x Hunter was fire already. Hunter x Hunter's been fire from the start. That's Yoshihiro Togashi. Whoa! Uninspired comes in with the 499 and says, have you seen the anime Space Dandy? When it was airing on Toonami, Adult Swim Action, I watched the entire thing. And honestly, the other day, while talking to my boy Aries, shout out to Aries, I wanted to watch it again. Like, there's a few series from that time period that I want to watch again. Like, I want to watch Cash Turn Sins again, if you guys ever watched that one. I want to watch that again because I watched it on TV, but I haven't watched it, like, as a whole. Like, back to back to back to back. So I want to watch that one again. Space Dandy for sure, because I love my episodic series. So, like, I gravitate towards stories like that, especially if they're from Watanabe. So I was like, you know what? I really, really dig Space Dandy. Same Universe Cowboy Bebop, yeah. No, I really dig it in Uninspired. Like, when it comes to Space Dandy, Michiko to Hachin, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, all of those in the Watanabe verse, I really enjoy all of those. But thank you, Uninspired, man. I appreciate you. Yo, Jeremy Saran, me too. Next Thursday, we're going to be up in like swimwear, yo. We're going to be in like swimwear. But I appreciate y'all for the birthday wishes, man. I really, really do. Thank you. Oh, Film Red is coming to the UK next week? Oh, you guys don't have a release date for Film Red yet? Thanks, so you guys are getting it later than us, and we're getting it mad late. It feels like we're getting it an eternity later, dude. For Film Red. Just reread Takamura versus Bison, dude. Pluto. You know, I feel like any Takamura fight is a 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10. But that one is special, dude. You know that Vince McMahon meme? Silva, if you're here, you know what I'm talking about. The one whenever he just pauses for like 10 seconds and he's like, he was special. Like, that's gonna be all of us. That's gonna be all of us looking back at Takamura, because he has had so many legendary fights that when Ippo ends, we're gonna have that Vince McMahon thing. You know, we're gonna be like, he was special. You know, he was special. Like, yo, Lazy Mofos, I'm caught up, man. So, Lazy Mofos, this is what happened. I was talking to Laz. He hit me up because we were talking on a One Piece. I don't remember if it was live or not, but we were talking about One Piece, and then he was like, "Hey, you gotta read Dan Dan," and I was like, "I got you." Couple weeks passed, and there was a day where I was really, really down. Something happened in, like, I don't even remember what it was, but all I remember, I was just out of it. I was like, man, I feel like garbage. It was like a really, really bad day, and usually whenever that happens, I'll tend to like start something or resume something, and so whenever I was looking for something to read, I was like, oh, okay, Dan Dan Dan, and bro, I read it in like 2 sittings and caught up to, it was like, I think it was on chapter 60 something at the time, and I'm still caught up to this day. One of my favorite series that I caught up to this year from like the Shonen Jump, or from the, not Shonen Jump, from Viz, from like the Viz category and in collection. Love Dan Dan Dan. Dan Dan was so much fun. Yo, Carl! Wait a minute! Yo, Carl, a.k.a. CJ Battles, coming in with the 1999, and we're not talking about the year the One Piece anime started. We're talking about it in the good old Dine Rose. So, yo, I appreciate you, Carl, man. I really, really do, bro. Thank you, man. Looking forward to playing some Modern Warfare 2 later on this week. And if anybody wants to follow Carl over on Twitch, he is Real Nation 34, currently streaming Gotham Knights, a game that I can't play at this point in time because it comes out the same week as Modern Warfare 2. But I've gotten the experience thanks to Mr. CJ Battles' Twitch. So, shout out to my boy. Watch Shawshank Redemption yesterday. Yo, you did? The greatness? Yo, shout out to Silent Phoenix for watching some real peak. Some real peak, dude. Yo, hold on, yo. Is that a Trails question? Isn't Nyla 13 says, did you get any of the Trail special editions? I grabbed the Zero, Azure, and Reverie ones. All the ones that are coming now? I want to get the Reverie one so bad. The Reverie one looks really cool. The Reverie special edition, especially great with those fire plushes. Dude, I saw that. And so, I did not get the Zero one, unfortunately. Laz, though, whenever he got his, he sent me the full picture of it. Because I told him, I was like, yo, when that comes in, you show me what's in it. And it has, like, the anthems for Crossbell and all that stuff. Azure, I want to get it because that is one of my favorite games ever made. Same thing with Reverie. I think Reverie might be, like, some days that really is top one. I love Trails into Reverie. And it feels so weird saying that because the game hasn't officially come out yet. But those 2 games are really special to me. Like Trails into Reverie and Ao no Kiseki. Both 10s across the board. So I wanted to get the special editions. But who knows if I'll make it in time. Because they get sold out so quick. You feel me? But yeah, no, hoping. But no, I'm glad that you got all 3. That's dope. The new Chainsaw Ending 3 is gas. Yo, the Wolfman, bro. Well, we talked about this earlier about Golden Kamui. I gotta get on Golden Kamui, and then Chainsaw Man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to it today. That's the reason why I did this. But tomorrow, we're gonna be in there. I might react to Ending 3, though, right here. That's the heat. Yo, Jacko, hope everything's good with you, bro. Wrestling's been good, man. Wrestling's been good. Raw last night was, but but hey, it's in a good place. It's in a good place. Now, I don't know what happened with AEW. They're tripping, but yo, Subra comes in Kingdom of Sanahats for 3 months. Shout out to my dog Subra. Says, hi, birthday goat. Recommending a sports manhwa. You know me and sports series. Everyone on the planet knows me and sports series. Sports series is my bread and butter. You know what I mean? Sports series, and then if a series combines the sports and the romance, you know what I mean? Blue Box style. You know, somewhere. Yo, shout out to my boy Trey, man. Thank you, Trey. I appreciate you. But Windbreaker, read it, guys. That's too great. By the way, did you read the thread of my stellar Recon? Not yet, Subra. I wanted to read it before, because this Friday, I'm either going to do a stream or I'm going to do a video for One Piece. And before I did that, I wanted to read your thread heading into it, because I do want to talk about not just Egghead Island, but some stuff happening, in the future. And like I said, I still don't know if that's going to be a stream or a video. At this point, it might be a video, just based on the what's going to be taking place that day, testing wise. But regardless, I was saving it for then, so that way I can go into it and be like, "Yo, I just read some heat and I'm ready to go for like somewhere." You know what I mean? So super. That's my plan there. But I'll definitely read it for sure. But Windbreaker, I have been recommended Windbreaker. Somebody recommended Windbreaker to me before. But I'll definitely check it out. I'm in a Webtoons mood. And now that I see my boy Mr. Angra Shadow in the comment section, I have been in a Webtoons mood all year. Ever since I read Goat Bara. So, but it's just been so stacked since then, right? Like, after I caught up to Goat Bara, it was One Piece Insanity, and then Kuro no Kiseki, and after Kuro no Kiseki, it was Xenogears, a replay, and then Xenosaga, and then mid-Xenosaga playthrough, Kuro no Kiseki 2 comes out, so I'm in the middle of Kuro no Kiseki 2 while reading books. So right now, it's like, I'm reading books in my own leisure time, and for classes, so it's like flagnards. There's not enough hours in the day. But when the opportunity presents itself, like after Kuro no Kiseki 2 and after Xenosaga, I'm going to go on like a Webtoon spree. Because that's what happened with Kuro no Kiseki 1, is while I was waiting for like the spreadsheet and stuff, I went ham on Kubera, dude. Like Shadow, you could ask Shadow, man. There was a point in like season 2 where I was bumping out like 50 to 75 chapters a day. I was just some heat. You feel me? Some heat. But nah, yo, greatness. Yo, Recon, I appreciate you, man. I really do. Hologram says, happy birthday, just found your channel. Wanted to see your passion, really affection. Watched all your MHA video, planning to watch more. Yo, Hologram, I appreciate you, man. And in regards to not only just My Hero Academia, but Kingdom as well. All the series that are currently in limbo. Trust me, I'm planning to get back to those. It's been such a crazy year. It's been such a crazy year trying to keep up with all this greatness. But I appreciate you, man. I really, really do. Thank you. I appreciate all of y'all, man. I see so many happy birthdays. Y'all are truly goated. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. And romance. Hold on. OMG. Before I get to this man Super says Windbreaker is a sports manhwa with awesome characters and romance. Yo, Silva, are you hearing this? Is this the move? Is this the move? But yo, OMG comes in with the 5. I'm at work, so I can't stay, but I wanted to wish you a happy birthday, coach. Enjoy your special day. I appreciate you, OMG, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a fantastic day at work, and I look forward to discussing the One Piece greatness the next time the chapter drops with you in the comment section. But I really, really do appreciate you. Yo. Thank you, OMG. Abyss ending this week in the scans. Let's go. I've been letting it stack. I haven't read Goat Bara I want to say it's been like a month or two. Just letting the chapters stack, and so when this arc ends, I'm up in like swimwear. By the way, Shadow, that thing that you sent me for I call them the doors, like the anthology of short stories. The Goat Bara doors, is that in the scans, or is that still in the, what do you call it, the raws, the fast pass raws? You still working on some Sanderson Recon? Absolutely. You already know. As a matter of fact, it's back there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish the Stormlight Archive by the time the next book comes out. That's my plan. I'm gonna try to finish Stormlight by the time the next book comes out, and because there's a few, right? There's quite a few within the entire Cosmere. There's quite a few that I want to read. I'm trying to read through it in release order, so that's why I'm going through it. Especially since I started with Mistborn. That was my first ever. I read that back when my first school run in college, the Mistborn trilogy. So and I haven't even gotten to Era 2 of Mistborn yet. So it's like right now my plan is to go through Stormlight Archive and then maybe in between those I'll go through like the one-offs, the spin-offs, because obviously they're going to be very important. And knowing the way the series is, everything connects, right? So I'm going to try to go through it in release order for everything is ever released. So it's going to take me a while to get to Rhythm of War, but we're going to be up to the next somewhere. And it's because there's a few long series that I'm going to be reading. That's why right now I'm taking my time and reading a lot of shorter works of fantasy, specifically in the book realm, since right now it's like so easy to like put in an audiobook and listen to it, especially if you put on like 2x speed. You could finish like a 6-hour book in like three hours. So like it's literally one gaming session you'll finish a book, right? So that's why right now I'm only focusing on like the shorter books. But down the line, because my plan right now is after Stormlight, or like when Stormlight I starts hitting, maybe even in the middle of that, I really want to get into the Malazan series. I actually already started it, but then I was like, I gotta stop myself. There's too many things I'm starting, because I'm an impulsive reader. You know what I mean? I'm just an impulsive person in general. When I see something interesting, I'm like, oh, there. And that one really caught my attention. I was listening to Steven Erickson on an interview, and I liked what he was talking about. I was like, dang, bro, I gotta tighten up. And then yesterday, this was like, man, I'm telling you, there's too much. But I've been in a super A Song of Ice and Fire mood because of how incredible House of Dragon is. So I was like, man, I gotta read Fire and Blood Volume 1. And then on top of that, I was like, brother, I gotta catch up before Winds of Winter comes out. You know what I mean? And for Winds of Winter, who knows when that's gonna come out. But still, I know George R.R. Martin's working hard on it, and it'll come out eventually. So that's another one. You know what I mean? And that one's gonna be the longest book so far. So it's like, I need it. I need it in my veins. You know what I mean, yo? Kant comes in with a 5 Australian. That's Australian, right? 5 Australian. And says, happy birthday, Recon. You should check out Tomodachi Game. Dude! So I should have read the manga. Okay, so let me tell you my experience with Tomodachi Game, Kant. I saw it because after I watched Classroom of the Elite, which, by the way, dude. So I haven't watched Season 2 yet. But I finished Season 1 after our stream. So we did a stream a few months ago talking about like tier ranking anime and stuff of that nature. And when Classroom of the Elite came up, I was like, what is this Cold Steel ripoff? And then some people in the comment section was like, it's actually genuinely good. It's like, all right, I checked it out. Dude, I did not expect to be not only invested, but the Conquerors hockey clashes in Classroom of the Elite had me like, okay, like I can vibe with this. So I finished that. I still need to watch Season 2. But after that, I was trying to find something else to watch. And I watched like 2 episodes of Tomodachi Game. And like, I was wondering why it felt so off to me. So you're telling me the manga is the preferable experience for that one? Because I can read a manga and no problem. So that's actually my preferred medium, right? So if you're telling me the manga is better for that, we can definitely do that. Best psychological game manga. The best psychological game manga? Hey. That's just that's quite a statement. So, Kent, I'll definitely make sure to check out the Tomodachi Game manga. As a matter of fact, how many chapters is it? Because right now, when it comes to the manga game, I want to catch up to Eden Zero. Once again, another recommendation from my boy Laz. Shout out to Laz. Because I'm quite a bit behind on that one. I caught up to a lot of my manga this year. That I was behind on. And that's one of the last ones that I was reading that I'm still behind on. But as far as like starting stuff that's brand new, like I was talking about with the Wolfman earlier, I'm definitely going to be checking out Golden Kamuy because I'm a Gintama fan. I've been recommending Golden Kamuy for years. Like, yo, Golden Kamuy just like Gintama, just like Gintama. And I'm like, yo, I need that in my veins. I need that in my veins. But hold up, let me see. Tomodachi. 105 chapters. I could bump that out in like, go on, let me go peg leg for a second. Let me get some water. I could bump out 105 chapters like it's I don't know, man. Like I'm reading York New City. You know what I mean? Y'all ever went through York New City in a day? That's how I do. Listen. You know, I bring that up all the time. Speaking on York New City. York New City is, to me, among all of the stuff that I think I've ever read, I think York New City is the one that I always point to as being like, that's my page turner. Because, you know, everyone has their thriller, their horror series, their whatever it is, that they'll look to and they'll be like, that's their page turner. For so many years, and I'm talking about both in the manga and the anime, York New City is like, whenever I'm studying how to turn pages, how to create a cliffhanger. You know how Netflix has their TV structure model for 10 episodes. Every episode has to end in a massive cliffhanger. The middle of the episode has to serve as the mid-season finale that leads you to get more excited for the stuff happening after that. Every single Netflix series has that structure. York New City is like just every episode. I don't know what it is about that arc, but no matter how many times I've gone through it, you can't just, for at least for me, I can't just watch one episode. It's like I gotta watch 5, maybe 10. And if I'm reading, that's a whole volume. There's something about it. There's something about it, man. It's a special manga, dude. A special series. I didn't know you were reading Stormlight. Yo, Trey, enjoy it, man. I think we're probably going to be side by side, like I said, at this point, in terms of like both of us catching up to it around the same time. So when we do, we got to talk about it because Stormlight is some gas, bro. Trey, did you read Mistborn, by the way? Yeah, Main D Moon. I'm trying to tell you. So when I finished Kubera, I was recommended Malazan multiple different times, and not only when I finished Kubera, when I finished Trails, and I was like, okay, fine, like I gotta get into it. But what really like made me want to experience it was whenever I heard Steven Erikson talking about it in an interview, and I was like, dude, this sounds like my type of series. You feel me? I love anything that's long form and spans several different generations and or. It's just, just long stories. And the reason why I love long stories so much is because when you get to the peak moments, it hits harder than anything. You know what I mean? Like, at least that's the way it is for me. And so long-form storytelling is always my preferred way, and that's in any medium. And so when I heard that there's another long-running story out there, I was like, all right, let's get it. Let's get it. Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for all the birthday wishes, man. Truly, nothing but love. I just watched the first Gintama movie of Benny Zakura. You watched the first Gintama movie? Oh, dude. Where's, I know I have it somewhere around here. Regardless, I can't find it. But, the first Gintama movie is so good, man. The Benny Zakura, I feel like that is a fantastic adaptation of that arc. And still to this day the preferred experience for the Benny Zakura arc. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, dude. Really glad. Speaking of classic, read the light novel. It's one of the best-selling light novels in Japan. That's what I've heard. I've heard that, and then another one I'm anime only for is ReZero. I've heard ReZero's novels are crazy. And that's one I actually bought. I bought the light novel for ReZero that takes place after the anime, and I still haven't read it. I'm telling you, we're behind. We're so behind. But I'll tell you one light novel I'll never be behind. When this man drops heat on. When my goat drops heat. When my boy Nisio Isin drops that gas pack. Ooh, dude. Yo. And the only reason why I don't have like the entire collection is because I bought so many video games this year that I need to like make sure that my funds are good. But let me tell you something, Nisio Isin brings in that gas and it's coming home. It's coming home. Holy Flagnard. So we got 2 supers coming in. First one coming from Roronoa Teach with a 20. It says, you're one of the goats. Keep bringing Great King. Roronoa Teach. First and foremost, that's a fire name. Fire name with some legendary weight behind it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you so much. Roronoa Teach, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the 20. Thank you for the kind words. It really is a blessing to be a part of this community. I talked about this earlier today. But it really does feel like I've had multiple Christmases, multiple New Year's, multiple birthdays, and just when I think back to even just One Piece, like outside of all the other incredible stuff I've experienced this year, but and I ask for everyone who in this comment section who's not a One Piece fan, think of it like this: imagine that your favorite story releases your favorite chapter and your favorite episode in a series you've been following for over a decade plus. You've been with this series longer than half of any Twitter has been alive. And it releases your favorite chapter and your favorite episode at the same time in the same year. It has been Christmas every day. You know what I mean? It's been Christmas every day. That's just One Piece. Could you imagine how it is in its entirety? So I appreciate you, man. I really, really do. I really, really do, Roronoa Teach. And then following up Roronoa Teach, we have the legend. We have the king of not only the Yami Yami no Mi, but reportedly a legend who might be hosting a certain rocks. Whether that's the rock that goes like this or something else. But we have coming in with a 10. My boy, Goat D Beard. It says, happy birthday, coach. Thank you very much for that. Question, should I watch Gintama filler or no? So, Gintama filler for me is kind of like reborn filler in regards to the filler doesn't even feel like filler. I honestly do feel like I feel like Gintama has the best filler. And when I say that, I mean it in regards to it's because of Sunrise / BNP down the line. They understood Gintama so well that if you did not have an episode guide and you just watched all those episodes straight through, you would think that every single episode is canon. That is just that type of series. Because Sunrise, even when there was a filler episode and it needed to make up for it in some way, shape, or form, you just couldn't tell. Because they poured so much love into it. They just understood the series so well. So much anime original content is in that series that is spectacular. So I would say, if you have time, watch the Gintama filler if you enjoy the comedy. If you're not enjoying the comedy, then just skip the filler, right? And just keep watching the episodes. Or if you don't enjoy the comedy, I don't know why you're watching the series. But if you enjoy the Gintama comedy, I would say to, at the very least, if you have time, if you're not short on time, watch the filler too. Watch the filler too, because you really get to see Sunrise and BNP's love for the series. For sure. But I appreciate y'all, man. Yo, Zehahaha, Blackbeard Nation, and Roronoa Teach, man. Y'all are goated. Thank you. The Gashismo says, hey, when the Kuru no Kiseki 2 stream. So let me tell you something, yo. I'm playing that game every single night. Because the more translations get released, because in the way that I'm playing the game is every time that I'm playing the game alongside the VN OCR, but because I have a Mac, I need to play it with somebody else, like having the VN OCR there. So like on my computer, I will have the VN OCR from a playthrough, like a walkthrough right here, and then I'll have my game right here. And so the way I see the translation, I know this is the most bootleg thing you're probably hearing in your entire life, but this is what we do for that peak fiction. You know what I mean? So I'm playing Kuru no Kiseki, and whenever it gets time to do a quest, because the good thing about that game is there's a lot of grinding, a lot you can do where if you just speak, or if you've been watching anime for 20 years, you can catch some things. You don't even need it, honestly. But just to make sure you get everything, I wait until the person that I'm playing along with uploads it. Now they've gotten so far, I'm behind. But now, like every night, I'm slowly but surely catching up because I just don't have enough time to play Kuro all day. I wish I could. But today I'm going to put in some hours on Kuro no Kiseki. It's just I don't like playing Trails games for the first time, at least, on stream / whatever. It's a personal experience for me. So I'd much rather play it on my own. And then when it comes to like Trails from Zero, for example, localization of that, I can definitely replay that on stream. I have no problem with that. That's why I've been playing that on over there. Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. I really, really do. Thank you. Pluto bringing up one of the greatest anime episodes ever. Episode 51 of Hunter Toyabu, man. Listen, that scene, Pluto, is honestly what might have sold me onto like the entire series beyond it just being something I was enjoying. I think that's what honestly made it an all-time favorite. Honestly. That's my first internet. I just finished the Wheel of Time and this. Dude, Trey, you finished the Wheel of Time? Yo, so dog, Trey. When it comes to the Wheel of Time, I said this a couple streams ago. That was another series that I've been wanting to get into for a long time because for someone that is writing a long-running series like that, I'll never forget my first exposure to Robert Jordan and the Wheel of Time. And whenever I played Trails, I know Trails was inspired by the Wheel of Time, just based on certain S-crafts and certain things that happen within the game. So that's always been one I wanted to explore. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So, but now that I know that you've gotten into it, man, yo, let me know, dude. Because that's definitely one I've been wanting to check out for a minute. I know so much about it. Yo, Amir Jalisi says, yo, King Recon, I recently finished 20th Century Boys, man. That is a series that will always have a special place in my heart. I love 20th Century Boys. And it was one of those where when I'm not going to say I was new to the manga game. I had already experienced my fair share. But because I was still so early on, I read that in like 2 days, and I'll never forget that experience because it was one of those, like, you just cannot put it down, man. And Naoki Urasawa's a genius, right? He is incredible, has created some of the greatest series in this medium. But 20th Century Boys, even though it has certain things that I do not like about it at all, right? The experience itself is so special that it is one of those where the positives outweigh the negatives so much in my heart, where I look back on that experience fondly to the point where it's still in my top 10 favorite manga, even with the problems that I do have with it. And the problems that I have with it have more to do with just personal preference rather than like storytelling problems, right? I really, really adore 20th Century Boys. I really, really do. Holy flagnards! So we got a super and a membership, so... Yo, Vortex, thank you so much, dog. I appreciate you. And then before I get to Michael Mickles' super, I see Shadow who states, the Wheel of Time reminds me of a certain legendary arc in a certain webtoon. He's spitting. He's spitting. Might be the greatest. Might be a top 5 arc all time. But regardless, Michael Mickles, my boy, coming in. With a 20, yo. First of all, before I even read this comment, Michael Mickles and I, it feels like we've been together on this journey for like over 10 years. So I truly appreciate my good brother for still being here all this time later, man. And there's so many of y'all that are still here with me from back in those times that when I see y'all, it hits different because it's one thing to know someone, right, for that length of time, and then you don't speak for a while, and then, you go your separate ways, you'll see each other every now and then. But because we do this consistently every single Friday, specifically for, like, the One Piece stuff, I see y'all every week, man, and it's nuts. It's just so crazy to me that we've been on this journey together for so many years. So, but let me read your comment, Michael. I've been missing streams like crazy, but I'm glad I can drop in to wish you a very happy birthday, Michael. You the GOAT, man. Thanks for sharing your joy and possibility over the years. It's been so much fun. God bless, King. Yo, God bless you too, brother. Seriously, Michael, man. And no worries I'm missing the streams, bro. I know that you're currently busy building the foundation for the future there with what do they call Luffy's child? Like, I know they had like this name for you know what, we're gonna call him Kazui from Bleach. That's your child's name is gonna be, Kazui Kurosaki. You know what I mean? So, Michael, man, truly appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the 20, bro. You know, I got nothing but love for you, man. Nothing but love. And as Scar comes in and joins the kingdom of awesome sauce, another person that I've known for a mad long time, Scar, thank you, yo. Seriously, I really do appreciate you, man. I appreciate so many of y'all, yo. Yo, Shar the Dank, what's good, bro? Yo, Shar the Dank, last night, cause I was watching some Peak. That's why this morning and later today, I'm going to be experiencing some greatness. I'm so excited. But in regards to in regards to you in particular, I was scrolling through Kingdom last night, the anime, because I was like, man, I really want to watch Coalition, dude. I want to finish Coalition in the anime because I miss it, and I only have so many hours in the week, so because I want to catch back up to Kingdom so bad, so bad. And we're in such a stacked season, but it's like Flagnards, you know, and it's good, right? Kingdom and binge is always the best way to do it. But now when I saw your name, I thought about that. I was like, dog, that Kingdom greatness, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Yo, facts. Yo, Ananta spittin'. Goat Barra, baby. Goat Barra. So Class Fact says if you love trails, you should check out the Xeno game. So actually, like I said earlier, Class, in the middle of me playing the second Xeno saga, Kuro no Kiseki came out. And anytime that Kuro no Kiseki, or anytime that a Trails thing comes out, period, everything else comes to a pause. You know what I mean? Everything else comes to a pause. And so right now I'm going through Kuro no Kiseki 2. And I don't plan on being done with it for a while because I'm taking my time going through it because I have no idea when this one's going to come out. But after this, I'm getting back on Xenosaga 2 because I'm trying to, after Xenosaga 2, of course, we want to finish the trilogy with a third one. And then when we get to the Blades, it's going to be much easier on me because those are on the Switch. So, X, but I have X in the Wii U. And I don't think my Wii U works anymore. I already played Xenoblade Chronicles X. So I'll be able to go through 1 again, 2 legitimately this time for it clearly, like all the way through, and then 3 I haven't even touched. I haven't seen anything from Xenoblade 3, so I'm excited for that one for sure. Yo, I appreciate y'all for the birthday messages, man. I really do. Thank y'all. Pluto taking it back. Since back in the day when I lurked, I remember the old channel with no thumbnails and 10-minute videos, dog. Because they restricted me. My first ever videos, my first 3, were One Piece chapter 710 review, Bleach chapter, what was that, 637? It was right after everything but, or I'm not 530 something. It was right after Everything But the Rain. And then Naruto, the one whenever all 3 of them show up. In the war. So it was those 3 chapters. I got copyright striked for the One Piece review and the Naruto review, and I stayed with the copyright strike for a year. So I spent a whole year with no thumbnails and less than 10-minute videos because that was the thing at the time, and I loved every second of it. I loved every second of it, dude. We were talking about Peak. Dressrosa was popping off. Thousand Year Blood War was popping off. You know, the 4th grade Ninja War was popping off, so it's good times, man. It was good times. Then later on that year, I got introduced to Hunter x Hunter, and that changed everything. That changed the whole course of the channel forever. after somebody introduced Hunter x Hunter to me. And the individuals in the comment section who kept like pushing Hunter x Hunter, oh, dude, those are my goats. Those are my goats. Those are my goats, seriously. Because that changed the course of the channel forever. Could you imagine my channel without the Jing profile picture? It's impossible. It's impossible. Oh, man. Yo, Dom Dude, happy late birthday. Happy late birthday, yo. Solid John, I appreciate you. Vinci So, I appreciate you. Tenryu Naito, I appreciate you. Badger, my boy. You know, I got nothing but love for you, man. I appreciate you. Oh, okay, Charlotte Dank. So we're on the same wavelength in terms of like putting it on hold. Yes, sir. Putting it on hold, getting back on the greatness. Dante Marcel says, first time checking out a stream. Yo, welcome. Most of my experience with you have been clips or memes of you saying peak fiction, go find. Yeah, funny story on that, Dante. There's been at least like 10 people I've spoken to this year who their first response to me is, oh, you're the GOAT, they're the GOAT peak fiction guy. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And that sounds accurate. That sounds accurate. But it's been crazy. Ever since chapter 1044 dropped and peak fiction was trending worldwide, ever since then, it's just been chaos. It's been chaos on the channel. It really has, man. I don't know what happened, dude. But it's been wild. But I appreciate you for the birthday, man. Who says, who's your favorite Kiseki character? Let me see if I can pull it up here, bro. Can I think I have a picture here. This is for everyone who watches my trails videos and streams. The people who know me, y'all already know, but I gotta put the GOAT, you know what I mean? Let me see. Y'all know what's coming, you know what I mean? Y'all know what's coming. The GOAT above all the GOATs. Hold on. Alright. Let me see if I can get this in a nice window capture here. Look at him. Hold on. Oh, look at him. No! I pulled down the wrong one. Alright, now. I pulled down the wrong one again! Ladies and gentlemen, we're throwing live. Live. Look at him. Look at my boy. Reigning supreme. Another GOAT with the coat. The greatest of all time. The inventor. The innovator of the GOAT, raw, fire, and peak fiction universal language. The greatest to ever do it. Reen Goatman, first of his name, protector of the realm, conqueror of the harem, my dog, sensei to the people, the divine one, Reen Schwarzer. But that's all I gotta say there. That's all I gotta say there. That is most certainly my favorite Trails character. And then right after that, in a close second, I'm talking about a very close second, is Ren. I love Ren. Ren is one of the most well-written characters I've ever seen, like, in anything. It's a very, very inspirational character. And character arc and just character journey is one of the all-time greats. Yo, Silva, man, I was talking about you earlier. Silva, I appreciate you for the birthday wishes, man. Subra brought up a manga or a webtoon called Windbreakers. And my dog said that it's a sports and romance series. And I immediately thought of you. I was like, Silva? Yo, Silva, we might have we might be on the move now, bro. We might be on the move. We might be on the move, man. You know what I mean? We might be on the move. So, it might be some peak. You know what I mean? It might be some peak. Yo, Main D Moon, welcome to the kingdom of awesome sauce. I appreciate you for becoming a member, Main D Moon, man. Thank you, yo. Thank you. Reign supremacy, you already know, baby. You already know. Yo, Andres, I appreciate you. Zen, what's up, yo? The GOAT. I'm going through Hajimari right now. I'm going to miss Reign, man. Hajimari! Yo, Hajimari is that gas, man. I cannot wait for that game to get localized. I really can't. I really can't. I put so many hours into it, and I didn't even know what they were saying. Like in the post game stuff. I can't even imagine when it gets localized, because I enjoy the English dub, both the sub and the dub for the Arabonia stuff. So very much looking forward to seeing Sean Chiplock's. Actually, we have a stream this week, right? Yeah, the Trails in the Reverie stream is on the 27th. Yes, sir. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice. Mean Kill says, "Happy birthday, just being yourself. Coming through some really tough times with the interviewing. Hope you have a great." Yo, Mean Kills, I truly appreciate you for taking the time to write that message, man. Thank you, and I hope things continue to get better on your end, yo. I truly do. Yo, thank y'all for the birthday wishes. California Penguin was popping, yo. Dima Razov says, off-topic question, what was the last series you dropped? Seraph of the End. I think Seraph of the End is the only series that I've ever like fully dropped. There's series that I've dropped unintentionally, but a series that I dropped like intentionally was Seraph of the End. After the first 2 episodes, and I plan on getting back to it one day, because I always want to give series another chance. That's just my philosophy, especially after some of my favorite series I dropped and came back to it later and really liked it. But that one in particular, that's the only one where I made the decision to be like, I'm not watching any more of this. I just didn't like it. But we'll get back to it one of these days. Yo, Moogie brought up the Liar Game, dude. That's a classic. So One Outs is one of my that was one of my Madhouse babies from back then. I really enjoyed One Outs. But Liar Game, I read the manga. Does it have an anime? I read the manga for that one. It was a great one. I need to finish it, actually. I never finished it. I remember Liar Game and Gantz. I read. Shout out to Gantz, man. Liar Game and Gantz, I got into around the same time. But I was so obsessed with Gantz. Like, Gantz, its ending, obviously, we can discuss it all day. You know what I mean? But the journey, the experience of Gantz, I think it still has one of my favorite concepts ever, like, in any story. The concept of Gantz, dude, it is crazy. Shout out to Gantz, man. Shout out to Gantz. Yo, Brandon King, much love, much love. Nicholas Kaito, much love, boys, much love. Have you read the Aoashi manga? I have not, Scar. Actually, when it comes to Aoashi, that, Blue Lock, like all of those, I have not experienced it. I want to. I really want to, because y'all know me in sports series. But I really want to. Whoa! Wait just a minute! Coming in with the $8.99. A fellow brother in the language. The universal language. Comes in with the $8.99. My boy Fiji. My good brethren. It says, happy birthday, brother. Yo, let me tell y'all something about my boy. This man's journey to catch back up to Bleach, like, or to re-experience Bleach, honestly, not only reinvigorated the love I already have for the series, but it elevated my love for Bleach, man. And it's not just Bleach, bro. It's not just Bleach. So many series that you have spoken, or that we've spoken about, my love, my interest in those series has been elevated. Thanks to you, man. Hajime no Ippo, Naruto, Bleach, like, you keep doing your thing, man. You keep doing your thing. And one of these days, when I do my Vagabond reread, we're gonna be cooking. We're gonna be cooking. You feel me? But I appreciate you, man. You have no idea, bro. Thank you for that. Really appreciate you. Someone needs to clip that Reen Ghost speech. Hey, Badger, man, you know, that's my goat. You feel me? That's my goat. Conqueror of the realms. Dude, the thing is with Trails, right? It has the greatest cast. Like at least in terms of amount of S tier characters. I feel like if I ever did a tier list for Trails characters, the list would be so top heavy, or there'd be like 40 people in the S tier. I'm not even joking, dude. That would be the hardest series to make a top 10 for, because there's just so many that I would have. Like my top 5, I think I might be able to put together, but like a top 10, top 15, that's impossible. That's impossible, dude. That is impossible, man. Brandon King, I love Fooly Cooley. That was one of my childhood favorites. And every time that I go through it, it just only gets better and better. And in that same line of thought, your following comment from S Groove about GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka is one of the series where, like Gintama, it's had such a long-lasting effect on not just me and like what I do storytelling-wise, but in terms of even just like the way that I act sometimes. GTO is a really inspirational series. It is a really, really great series. One that I haven't watched in ages, but my next experience with GTO has to be the manga. Because I've been told so many times that the manga, after a certain point, it does like a massive change from the anime. And so for me, I want the full experience from GTO, and I really love GTO, man. Onizuka is one of my favorite characters ever. So I have to read the manga. Have to read the manga. Yo, Recon! Recon comes in, so happy birthday, go, gonna book my Film Red tickets tonight. Yes, sir! Yo, next week we're gonna be lit, boys. If you're watching it next week, because somebody earlier said that it comes out on the 4th for the UK. So this is gonna be my plan for next week, y'all. For the One Piece fans here. I think next week, Thursday, I don't know when the chapter is dropping. If it drops like really early in the day, we might be able to, react to it, then head off and watch Film Red. If it comes out around the same time it has been coming out, like around 11 my time, then I'm going to have to Film Red, record my thoughts on Film Red, push that out, and the following day, I'll have to stream the chapter. There's going to be no... I'm gonna come out from watching Film Red with no voice. I'm going to have no voice. You know what I mean? It's going to be just like Stampede, where I'm going to have no voice left. So, man, yo, next week's going to be crazy. But Recon, book those tickets, and we'll be here to talk about that peak when we both get a chance to watch it. Yo, Dante brings up another legend that... You know what's crazy, Dante, bro? It really is. Now that you bring up Von Arc Ride, I think, is the fastest that any character has ever entered. The GOAT tier for me. And it's my bias towards characters like that, right? Sakata Gintoki obviously means the world to me. He's one of the all-time greatest characters. Von is Gintoki in Trails. So it's like... It's just a perfect mix of everything. And Von, from the moment I finished Kuro 1, he was in my top 5. That is the only character I can say in Trails that after their first game, they made it to my top 5. Because like I said, the top 5 is so top heavy. It's crazy. Von he skyrocketed. And the only reason that he's not, like, number 1 is because characters like Reed and Ren legitimately had an impact on me. Like, personally. But by God, Von Arkwright is the GOAT, bro. That's my boy. Love Von Arkwright, man. And I can't wait for the people who only experience the localizations of Trails to meet him. Because that man is a legend. That man is a legend, dude. No, the camera. Yo, Pluto, man. I appreciate you for stopping by, dog. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Rafi, yo. Read GTO Paradise Lost. Okay, so after the GTO anime, read Paradise Lost. the manga is so much greater than the anime since the anime says a bunch of stuff and it stops like halfway. Oh, okay, so it's gonna be another one of those experiences where I need to start it from the beginning. Like, read GTO from the very beginning. Like, experience the content that was already in the anime since they changed so much, and then go through it. Oh, I'm down with that. Anything more GTO, I'm definitely down for that. So that's something I can do down the line. That is absolutely something I can do down the line. Will you read the NFT High Food on video? That's another one Rummy's big. That is the first one. When I get back to doing the binge reactions after this crazy season, or maybe in the middle of a crazy season, the very first one that I'm going to do is Chihaya Furu. Chihaya Furu is going to be the first one that I do because that's the one I've been wanting to read the longest. It's just every time I get on here to record, there's something new to do, right? Either One Piece or Bleach or something, and I haven't been able to get to it. But the moment that we get the opportunity, 2 hours, nothing else in the week, it's just me and Chihaya Furu, that's going to be the first one that we get back to. For sure. Chihaya Furu is going to be the one, and then after I catch up, finish the series, then Kingdom and My Hero. I'll be back on those two for sure. Have the option to watch Thursday or Friday, my book for Friday. So we all got it early then, right? November 3rd? Because I heard that the 4th is when it releases. But I'm going on the 3rd. GTO's been on my list for a minute. Dude, it's really, really good, Rodman. Like, it really, really is. And the thing is, Fiji, when it comes to GTO, I feel like you would really enjoy it. I really do. I feel like it would be, like, our type of series in regards to the main protagonist being not only a driving force for so many things happen, but he's one of those characters to where he inflicts so much change in the others. Like, I feel like those types of main characters are always so good, where their very presence, the way that they act, very Luffy Gintoki-esque in that way, where just him existing is changing the people around him, and you see that happening throughout the course, and I feel like you would enjoy it. I really, really do. Super said it's aesthetically similar to Bleach. Ooh, yo, you're selling me on this windbreaker, man. You're selling me on that windbreaker, dude. Are you caught up on Sangatsu no Lion? Recent chapter is so good, dude. I'm behind. The Dima, the last Sangatsu no Lion chapter I read was about a year ago, because that was another one like I always say. There comes a certain point in the year where I pretty much stop reading everything but One Piece. Like, literally, I think, like I said, besides the ones that I cover on the channel, only Berserk do I read the moment it comes out. Besides One Piece. One Piece I cover on the channel. So, like I said, the only other series I cover that I read the moment it drops is Berserk, because ain't nobody spoiling me on that. But everything else, I can leave for binge. Like my all-time favorites, like Hajime no Ippo, Chihaya Furu, like all these series, I can leave it on a binge, no problem. I'm not gonna get spoiled on those. But I'll be flagnarts if I get spoiled on like Berserk or One Piece or something, right? So it's that is another one of those where Sangatsu no Lion, it is 100% one of my all-time favorites. But I just leave it for a binge because I know when I get back to it, it's gonna hit the soul. It's gonna hit the soul, baby. It's gonna hit the soul. Yo, Lacanus. Thank you, dog. I appreciate you. My Brooke says, yo, coach, have you read Sakamoto Days? I'm currently in the middle of catching back up to it. I was talking to my boy Trey, who was in here earlier, because he told me the last couple chapters of Sakamoto Days has been crazy, and I'm like, yo, I'm in there. Because Sakamoto Days, I started it right after I finished Dandadan, and I just need to finish my catch up. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. It gives me some I don't know if this is accurate, like Spy Family type of energy. You know what I mean? Where it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I can tell there's a lot of emotional depth there that I need to extract, and I like it. I like it a lot. Yo, Syndratic, that means the world, yo. I appreciate you, Syndratic. Thank you. Thank you. Sage! The Saint Seiya King himself! What's good, Sage? Mr. Mukban. McBurn. Makban. This is me self-plugging my channels and I made a GTO breeze. Yo, hey, everybody check out S-Groove. Everybody check out S-Groove's GTO video. If it's spoiler-free, I'm in there like Summer, baby. You know what I mean? At least, well, I like I said, I watched the anime. As far as the anime goes. King, have you watched Aria the Animation? That is... When it comes to series that So, I've said this before, but it feels like every series I watch at night ends up being a favorite. Aria wasn't the one that started it, but it was one of the ones where when I watched it at night, I went to sleep like a baby. It was, and I'm talking about that in the best way possible. Aria the Animation is without a doubt, maybe even higher than what was the other one that I really really loved that made me feel the same thing. It was a manga. It was called Yokohama, girl with the green hair, flipping flag. See, this is I'm getting old, folks. I'm getting old. Yokohama Kadaishi Kiko. That was the name of it. It was a manga, very peaceful. Just you don't want to talk about Sangatsu no Lion sometimes giving you like very comfortable vibes. Yokohama Kadaishi Kiko. I read that when I was in my first go around in college. No matter what I was going through, when I read that manga, I would come out of it like a new man. Like, oh, I feel great. It's just a very peaceful experience. Audio to the Animation was that times 50. I still need to finish the entire thing when it comes to like Aria the Origination and the other ones that take place in the world. But Aria the Animation from an episodic standpoint is still 100% up there as one of my all-time favorites. In regards to just the experience. I loved it. I loved it, and you know when a series has that vibe, I always say like there's certain series that have like a vibe that you just attach to right off the bat. You know what I mean? That's one of those for me. And I really liked it. Really liked it. Yo, Sham comes in with a 20! Holy flag nards! And says, I've seen most of your videos on Twitter and they always make me laugh. I decided to tune into your Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, and Bleach streams like 2 to 3 ago, and they're very entertaining. I hope you continue to grow from here on out. Yo, Sham, first and foremost, thank you for stopping by on this wonderful day, man. I appreciate you for the super and for the kind words. And when it comes to the videos on Twitter, people have been telling me this a lot lately, like finding the channel on Twitter, on TikTok, on YouTube reaction compilations. I think that's the coolest thing ever. You feel me? At least for me, I when it comes to like whenever somebody finds me on a platform that's not my own channel, that's insane to me. I just personally, I can't fathom, I can't grasp like somebody randomly finding one of the videos on some random thing. And so when somebody tells me that, I really do think it's the coolest thing ever. So I appreciate you, Shem, for stopping by and for telling me that and for the kind words. So thank you so much for that, yo. Thank you, George C. Yeah, that was the name. Yokohama Kaidaishi Kiko. Yeah, that was... So yeah, I got it right. Yeah, I loved that one. Oh, spoiler free? Alright, yeah. As the group says, it's spoiler free, ladies and gentlemen. Go check out that video. Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. I really, really do. Missed. Nothing but love, brother. Yo, Donati, man. That berserk greatness, I feel it. Yo, Fiji, are you talking about Wandering Eminem? Dude, that is another one of those, like, all-time bangers. Very short, but it was fantastic. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, no, that was great. That was really, yeah. Wandering Eminem, dude, I love that. I remember I was put onto it. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Naya. That put me on. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it was Naya. And then when I checked it out, I was in awe. I was like, yo, this is greatness. How is this not like talked about more? You know what I mean? Especially at the time. So no, yeah, Eminem was great, dude. Yes, Yatin, I will. I've been fiending for some new Naruto. Yatin. He says, will you read the new Naruto manga Sasuke story? I absolutely will. As a matter of fact, I've been fiending for Naruto so much because it's been the big three era of like things popping off. Hunter's back, like real shonen is here. So I've been meaning, because of my other like all-time favorite Shonen Jump series, I want to like. Last night I watched the first part of Naruto vs Sasuke, the final battle, because I love that episode so much. And before I went to sleep, and then I wanted to watch some Gintama too, because that's like my jam, right? Like of all my Shonen Jump goats. Because they're just not here anymore, man. Like, I wish Kishimoto was doing his thing still. And I wish Sorachi was still doing his thing, too. And then if I get a chance to watch them Reborn, too, man. Y'all know that's one that's so close and near and dear to my heart. Yo, Mist says that he caught up to Ippo last week, dude. Dog, I can't even imagine. My experience with Ippo, I caught up in the 1000s, right? So that to me was already legendary. I can't even imagine binging the last like 300 and something chapters, bro. Oh, that must have been legendary, dude. Legit, man. I hope you enjoyed that experience, bro. Hajime no Ippo is a special, special series. It is a special series. Hajime no Ippo. Oh, Blue Boy, I appreciate you. It says, no, I've not experienced Chainsaw Man yet. What I think I'm going to do is either tomorrow, either later tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to be up in like somewhere. I wanted to talk about some greatness today. I really, really did. Especially when I saw I had the opportunity to. I finished my work this morning. I was like, you know what? There's two things I want to do today above everything else. I want to write, and that comes after I eat. You know, everybody has their routines. For me, I feel like either after I eat or when I'm extremely hungry, it's going to be one of the two. That's my writing time. And so I want to spend a lot of time writing later today and experiencing greatness. But before all of that, I was like, I got to come on YouTube and talk about some greatness, dude. I don't care what it is. I got to talk about some heat. Yo, Swag Me D. Toy Defender. I love that name, by the way. Love that name. Happy birthday, Coach. I'm watching your episode 1033 reaction right now again. Oh, episode 1033, man. Dude, Toy was on a different one doing the 1033 greatness. They 1033 was one of the best episodes of the year in such a stacked year. It was really special. I have you up there with KOL and Khan as my favorite reactors and content creators. I mean, to be in the conversation with those two of my brothers in this community, two people that I love and respect so much, that means the world. That really does mean the world, yo. The GOAT case, Cole and Khan, man. I had nothing but love for those two. But Swag Neo, I truly, truly appreciate you. And every single time, because ever since we had that conversation about Whitebeard's OST, when they played the last episode, I thought of you. I was like, yo, the Whitebeard OST. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. But yeah, you know, we're talking about what Silva said right here about real shonen being back. Isn't it crazy how many incredible series are popping off right now? I mean, we have the current gen manga that are just going in hard, right? JJK's popping, Black Clover's popping, flipping. Even though I'm not caught up to My Hero, the last that I read of that was fantastic. So I'm sure My Hero's still popping. I need to catch up with Sakamoto Days, but I heard that's been popping off lately as well. And that's just in Shonen Jump. Like, obviously, there's series in other magazines. But it's crazy to me that we have a good combination right now of the current gen series going in, and then the old ones just popping. Dog, Final Saga Oda is in full form. I mean, he's in tip-top form. He came out like Perfect Cell, dude. Like, oh, dude, that 1 month break, he came out of that thing Perfect Cell, looking around just the same way that Cell did walking out whenever Krillin and Trunks were trying to hit him, and he's just like, ooh, like, what's going on? What is this for? That's been Oda for 10 chapters. He's been going ham. And then you got Togashi that just came back, and I still can't believe Togashi's back, man. After having to overcome so much that he had to overcome in order to give us these chapters, it is a blessing to read Hunter x Hunter again. Just knowing what he's going through. The man is going through so much right now to produce this content, and you know that's coming straight from the heart. And it is so impressive to me that 4 years later, from actually almost 4 years. November was the last time we got a Hunter, November 2018. So almost 4 years. Hunter x Hunter came back and picked up exactly where it's left off. I'm not sure if y'all understand how hard that is to do. It's a part of the reason why the Chimera Ant arc, to me, I have it as high as I do outside of the content itself. Because I value the Chimera Ant arc in two different ways. I value it from a creator standpoint and from a consumer standpoint. From a consumer standpoint as a story, I think it's one of the most well-told stories in the entire anime manga medium. But in terms of having to create that story over a course of 9 years and have it flow as well as it does seems like an impossible task. That is so hard. It's hard to make a series flow when you're writing it weekly. When you're coming off of writing a couple chapters in 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, and in 2012, he comes in and writes the final 20 chapters of that arc. It's like, bro, how did you do it? And so when I go back and I go through that arc, I'm like, my God, this man took so many breaks. That is so hard to do, like to take breaks, come back and have it pick up exactly where it left off. And no problem. And so while rereading the Succession War, I had the same thing. Like I just finished my reread of the Succession War last week, and I'm reading the chapters and remembering exactly where each one went on a break. I was like, bro, how does he do it? And then we come back with chapter 391, and it literally, all these years later, picks up in Clash number 2 exactly where it left off, as if a beat was never missed. And I'm so impressed by someone's ability to do that. I really am. Do you know how hard it is, bro? Imagine leaving a project. And I'm talking about me from experience. I've left several writing projects in the dust. Come back to it, and I'm a brand new perspective, brand new man. I have so many different things that I want to do. And it's like, I don't know how you do that. It's something that really does impress me. And I know that it may not seem that way in like the grand scheme of things. Like, oh, of course, he would have all that time to plan it out and do it. But it's much harder than that, man. Like, having to get back into the saddle after all that time is not only intimidating, but to get back into that mindset, you have to get back into the same mindset you were in 4 years ago, while also exercising all of the ideas that you currently have. It's a difficult thing to do, dude. It really is, man. I don't know how Togashi does it, but it's a reason why I hold him in such high regard. Because I just don't know how he does it, man. It's crazy. And then Bleach. Tite Kubo's finest work. Shout out to Cole. Going up in like swimwear. Coach the Streets need a Bleach skit. Dude, Fiji, I have a Bleach skit. I don't know if you've seen it. Because I do want to make another one soon, but the one that I uploaded, I think I have 2 of them, but one of the ones that I have on the channel is, I made a skit talking about the flip, basically the same thing as the One Piece one, but about a year ago, on the flip-flop nature of Bleach fans. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's, I recorded it a while ago. I think it's under a playlist called Anime Skits or Bleach Skits, it's something like that. And it's, I had a lot of fun with that one, because you want to, bro, listen, people call One Piece fans flip-floppy. No. Go talk to anyone who was not who was like into Bleach, but not like a Bleach fan. That's flip-floppy, man. And so I had a lot of fun recording that one. It was a ton of fun. So that was, but I need to do another Bleach skit for sure. Silva, you're a troll, dude. Silva, you're a troll for that, bro. Eating like Big Mom, remember, boys. Yo, Uzumaki Khan is the GOAT, bro. Yo, bro, when you sent me that thing yesterday about the, about... like Momonosuke, remember, boys? I was crying because I remembered exactly what you were talking about. Like, yo, no, there is no one more GOAT than Uzumaki Khan, man. That is the funniest human being who's ever lived, bro. That man is hilarious. Silent Phoenix coming in with the question of the year, saying, "Are you prepared for NaNoWriMo?" So check me out, Silent Phoenix. I have been in preparation for this. This is how hard I'm going in this year. Right now, the story that I'm writing, I'm almost at the halfway point, right? Like I'm 2 chapters away. So those 2 chapters I'm planning on completely outlining and finishing before Nano comes. When Nano comes, I have told myself, I've solidified it within myself, that over those next 30 days, I don't care if I'm having a terrible day, a terrible writing day, nothing's coming out. Every single day a chapter's coming out, because my plan is that by the time we get this to December, I'll only have the last like 15% left, and I plan on finishing it in December. I'm not going to finish it in Nano for sure, but I might get, I'm definitely going to reach the 50,000 word mark. No question about that. So my plan in Nano this year is not to write a 50,000 word novel or to finish or revise or none of that. This year, my plan for NaNoWriMo is to take those 30 days and write that section I'm talking about. Every single day, no matter how dookie it's cooking up here, it's going to be hidden. I've already practiced it earlier this year. So I know I'm going into it, and it's going to happen. It is going to happen. I don't care how bad, I don't care how much garbage is up here, I am reaching that percentage that I'm thinking of. And the reason for that is because by the time we get into January of next year, I have 2 now books that I'm going to be revising. And the reason why I wanted to write the second one is because it is a part of the story, of the same story. I wanted to have the context from the second one because I'm a discovery. I'm more of a discovery writer, though I do love outlining. But I wanted to go through all of that first, and then with that context, revise the first one. Because before I send it to editors or do my querying or any of that stuff, I wanted to make sure in my head that this is the story I want to write. And before I send it out and ensure that, I needed to make sure the second one was good to go too. Because now I'm like, okay, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one. That's the way I felt all year. Because I started writing the second one in the summer, and I'm going to be done. So this is the fastest I've ever written a book. By the time December rolls around. So that'll be 6 months. I know the normal time frame is between 3 to 4 months is the way that they want you to do it. For me, right now, 6 months is the move. And I'm hoping that by the time next summer rolls around, I am finished with my revising. I can reach out to a professional editor, get all of that done, and then start querying that thing as soon as possible and find an agent. Hopefully next year. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to go straight on to number 3. Because I just have to keep writing. I got to keep doing it. But I'm super, super excited. At this point, Fiji, it really does, bro. It really does have the potential to be top 1. Exactly the same reason why it's my favorite story of all time, especially with the meta context, knowing what Togashi went through with... Yes, exactly. Knowing what he went through with Yu Yu Hakusho, Shadow, it hits different because you know the man went through so much while writing Yu Yu Hakusho. There's a reason why he's taking it easy. He went through a lot. He went through a lot, yo. 1 month break, Oda took Yamato away from us. I've been stressing, right? Slag me? Like, come on, man. Like, dude, I appreciate you for the 2, man. And it's like, yo, I've been stressing. You know something? I'm so glad the Wano anime is as long as it is. Because I'm going to be with Yamato in the anime for until, like, next year at this point. Like, end of next year. With how long they're making Wano. But I'm cool with it. Because in the manga, I'm in Futurama. And in the anime, I got Yamato. So I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Dude, the One Piece anime next year. This is my dream scenario, y'all. Like, real talk. This is my dream scenario for, like, me being a shonen battle manga head, right? My dream scenario is that my favorite chapter ever, and my favorite chapters, like that stretch in the Goatness, right? The G5 stuff, like 1042 to 1046, that stuff is being animated at the same time as... Let me just pull it out real quick. If you are a Bleach anime only, if you are a Bleach anime only, please do not look at this. Look away for like 5 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, I want that One Piece stretch to happen around the same time as this one. If I get my One Piece stretch happening around the same time as this, I'm going to peak as a species, all right? I'm going to peak as a human being. Are you kidding me? My 2 favorite stretches in in 2 of my all-time favorite series. I need those 2 to drop, man. Please. Please. Like, dog. I'm going to peak. Are you kidding me? Dude, from chapter... God, 520 to 546, it's 26 chapters of just like, oh, you're just sitting there, you're like, oh, Kubo. Yeah, Laconis, you can look at the stream again. You look at the stream again. I finished it. But the reason why I said that, oh yeah, we got another super right here coming from Itoryu Hasagi. Itoryu. It's titled In the Heart of Eden. In the Heart of Eden? What is that? Yo, S Groove, take have a good one, yo. I appreciate you. In the Heart of Eden? What is that? That sounds fire. Let me know what you were referring to, Itori Wasagi. Yo, Mean Kills. So, first and foremost, I appreciate you for the interest in that. But no doubt, when it becomes available, I will most certainly let y'all know. Trust me. It's just that I'm very... I don't know what the right word for it is. I think I'm very self-conscious when it comes to it, right? And which is why, like, before I ever share anything, I want to at least get a professional editor to work on it before I ever put anything out. Even like I said, before I query, which querying is sending your first 3 chapters over to a publisher and seeing, you know, if it gets rejected or accepted or anything like that. Before I do that, I've got to reach out to it because I know I'm going to make mistakes. I make grammatical errors every single day. So and I'm going to have to reach out to a professional editor because what a professional editor is going to help me with is not only just on the grammar side of things, but also to make sure my tenses are good to go. Because, yo, I mess up so much in regards to keeping stuff between past and present and future tense, dog. That happens all the time. And it happens without me knowing that it's taking place. And so to catch all of that, I need a professional editor that has laser eyes. You know what I mean? So, when that happens, then I'll start sharing it, Mean Kills. But I appreciate you. Excuse me for that. Yo, I appreciate you, Fiji, man. Have an amazing one, dog. Thank you for stopping by. So, Alves, at this point... the reason why I said it is that it looks like the Bleach anime is going to take a break. The quality is so insane that I feel like they're going to take a break after this core, and they might come back later on, right? Like later on in the year. If they don't take a break, oh my goodness. That would be insane. Then you'll be absolutely right. That would be when we reach that stuff. But in regards to if they take a break, then there's a potential possibility that that stuff happening in Onigashima is going to happen around that stuff I just posted, or I just showed to y'all. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens. Yo, Horace! Yo, Horace, that means the world to me, man. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate you. He said it was a draft for his manga in the form of a novel he was hoping you could review. Oh, for Itorio Hisagi? Yo, no problem. I would love to. Like talking about the in the Heart of Eden. Oh, and let me make sure to keep. I love that title, by the way, yo. That is an amazing title. You know, titles are really hard, y'all. Like, if you ever see a good title, make sure to remember that. Make sure to remember a good title. And it's not just the title when it comes to the series itself. Chapter titles, all of that. Because good titles are hard to come by, y'all. Oh, I see it right there. Your comment, Itorio Usagi. Would you mind to read my own manga drafts in the form of novel? Dude, yeah, send it my way, yo. Send it to me on Twitter, or if you have me on Discord, one of the things. I would definitely love to go to read through it. But yo, going back to the title thing in regards to your title in the Heart of Eden. The other day I was reading. So there a couple years ago, somebody wrote a comic in Japan talking about specifically for Shonen Jump, like how they do their titles and how they do the logos. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but the logos are done not by the author themselves, but by the company. So I'll give you a quick example. One of the individuals who drew like legendary logos, I'm trying to remember exactly which ones, but I know the One Piece logo was done by this person. I think Naruto was done by that person. Or like there are certain logos that were done by the publishers and not by the author of the series. Because I always thought the One Piece logo was created by Oda, but I think they worked in cohesion to create it in the very beginning. And I think the same thing with Kishimoto and with that. I have to go back and read it. But that reminded me of the whole title, the novel titles and stuff of that nature, because it is so hard. The One Piece thing, obviously, the title itself, as well as Naruto, that was thought up by Oda and Kishimoto and all the other authors. But what I'm talking about is the logo. Like a good title being accompanied by a good logo. That's the way to success, baby. That is the way to success. I appreciate you, Joel, man. I really do. I really do. Yo, Fable spittin'. Yes, sir. We're reading Peak Fiction. Obviously, it's Hunter x Hunter. Obviously. Hunter x Hunter. That GOAT piece. You know what I mean? I'm so happy Hunter x Hunter's back, man. Mihawk will be your editor. Now has to be one of Oda's editors. Oda's editors. Yo, I wouldn't mind having Oda's editors, but not as an editor. As just a hype man. Have you ever seen anyone hype up One Piece besides Oda's editors? Yo, Oda's editors, before Wano ever started, before any of these arcs started, Peak Fiction is coming, guys. Peak! It's gonna be go, peak. I was like, yo, brother, relax. We haven't gotten a chapter. We haven't gotten a chapter yet. Like, yo, relax. But I gotta give them props, man. They'll receive a few storyboards, and they are in there. The One Piece editors, they are ready to go to hype up Oda at a moment's notice. So I'll take the One Piece's editors as like a marketing team. Give me One Piece's editors as a marketing team. Because by God Almighty, man, those guys are insane. They have been the reason why so many things have gone against the series in certain ways. But hey, it's their job. It's their job. I appreciate you, Mingills, man. I really do. Yo, Safama, thank you, and happy birthday to your grandpa, yo. A Song of Ice and Fire might be a top 1 title of a series. Yo, that's facts, Joel. A Song of Ice and Fire legitimately might be like one of the hardest titles. I think it might be the most go title. One of my favorite titles, speaking of songs, is Yakuza 6. Yakuza 6 is called, and with context, right? It's always with context and it's different. The title of Yakuza 6 is The Song of Life. And that's always been one of my favorite titles for anything. But especially for that game. Right? It's like, oh, that's a perfect title, man. Yo, Saint coming in. Having the Yonko. One of the Yonko of Trails. Ein. As the profile picture. As always. Shout out to Saint. Who says, happy birthday. Starting Hajimari this week for the first time. Real peak right there, man. Need something to tide me over since Goat Piece is on break. Oh, man. Yo. Well, first and foremost, Saint. I'm right there with you in regards to One Piece being on break. Like, I always gotta find something, right? I found so many of my all-time favorites from One Piece being on break. Can't even tell you. But you playing Hajimari, let me know, Saint. Any updates, anything that you have on that game, let me know your thoughts on it. Because that's a really special game, man. That is a really, really special game, Saint. So, first and foremost, I hope you have a fantastic one. Thank you so much for the 5. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. But have fun with Hajimari, dog. That is a goated game. Yeah, so Horace, I'm gonna have to find the thing that I was reading where it was stated that, because it was one of Shonen Jump's like head editors that said that the logo was created by someone at the publishing company, but it was created in like cahoots with Oda. So there's 2 things I never knew. Number 1, you know the cover page that'll show up in Weekly Shonen Jump? That is done in cohesion between the publisher and Oda. So I'm going to assume the logo was the same thing. Maybe Oda was like, yo, I want this cover to have Luffy in the middle of the piece, right? And that's how it came to be. Or like for Naruto, for example, I want it to be orange, looking like whatever it is, right? Maybe they were in cohesion creating that. Because I'm going to assume what happened is that they created like the rough draft for the logo, and then the graphic designer, the graphic artist, was the one who put it all together to create what it is that we have now. I think that's what happened. Currently done with Dressrosa between... Oh, Mugi, you just finished Dressrosa between Zoe, Holy Island Reverie, and Wano. Which arcs do you think are worth reading? Which ones should I read? I've read and watched almost previous... Oh, so you're talking about, like, which ones are worth watching in the anime? So, I'll say this, Mugi. Obviously, read all of them. But in regards to which one I prefer in the anime, so I'll put it to you like this. Zoe, read it. Whole Cake? Oh, God, that's tough, man. The manga's incredible for Whole Cake, but the anime has some of the best episodes in the entire series, and I mean that wholeheartedly, man. That's a tough one, dude. You could go either way with Whole Cake. You really can. Whole Cake's anime adaptation is special. So, okay. Zoe, read it. Reverie, read it. Whole Cake. Oh. Okay, Whole Cake, read it, but I would say at the very least watch some of those episodes, man. There's some fantastic episodes. Definitely Whole Cake, watch it. If you've already watched, like been going through and reading and watching arcs, Whole Cake's worth a watch. Wano, don't even think about it. In the most positive way possible. You go and you experience both for Wano. I don't care how long it is. The Wano anime and the Wano manga are peak fiction. The only thing I'm going to say to you, Mugi, when you reach chapter 959, switch over to the anime from episode what was that? 959. I think it was the same episode, or 960, up until episode 974. Or yeah, that sounds accurate. 973, somewhere on there. But for that particular section, you'll see what I'm talking about whenever you get there in Wano. Like if you're writing it down, once you reach that, switch over to the anime for that particular section. If you're not going to watch the entire arc, I would recommend watching the entire arc for Wano. I really would. But there's certain things you have to watch. Like the introduction to Wano has to be watched in the anime. That I'm telling you about has to be watched in the anime. Chapter 956's anime adaptation, which is episode 957, has to be watched in the anime. But then, if you don't do any of that, at the very least listen to this. When you get to chapter 1000, please watch episode 1015, man. I don't, like I said, you don't have to watch any of the other ones. If you're just going to stick to the manga, do whatever you need to do. But watch episode 1015, man. And if you're already going to start with 1015, then keep going from there. Because my goodness, they have handled this goatness. You know what I mean? Wano has been so special in the anime that you can go either way, because obviously the manga was gas too. But when you get to certain sequences, like certain scenes, you have to experience those in the anime. You have to. Same thing with chapter 989. Chapter 989 got translated into episode 1000 in the anime, and they just give it a glorious adaptation. So, but out of all of them, when you get to chapter 1000, go watch episode 1015. There is no question about that. Like there's no doubts, no nothing. No nothing, yo. No nothing. On chapter 4 of Hajimari, gas is the only way to describe it. Yo, Austin Hall is in the middle of that peak. That peak, yo. Yo, Krish Bora. So you're saying that any book series like see an anime adaptation of? Dude, you're talking about Stormlight. I would love to see an anime adaptation of Mistborn. I would love to see an anime adaptation, a true anime adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, done not in the way, because there's been Alice in Wonderland adaptations before, but I want it to be done in One Piece type of cartoony style. I think that would be flipping phenomenal in the hands of the Japanese. I think that would be insanely peak, because that book, giving it a 12 episode anime adaptation, Lewis Carroll would be like, yo, please. So that would be great. My third one, going into the science fiction realm, I would love to see, now that I've seen Cyberpunk, Neuromancer. William Gibson's Neuromancer. Now that I've seen the Cyberpunk Edgerunners anime, yo, Neuromancer in animated form would be insane. And give it to Studio Trigger too. Give it to Studio Trigger, man. I think Neuromancer would be incredible in anime. But obviously, those long-running fantasy series would all be great. Mistborn, for the way in which it does its heist, I think that would be so cool in anime, man. It would be so dope. Yo, Sham coming with a 10 and says, happy birthday, by the way. I appreciate you, Sham, man. I really do. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. I will be finishing Chihaya Furu Sake, 100%. No doubt about that. I'll be finishing Chihaya Furu. It's just, we're in the middle of so much insanity that, but I will most certainly be in like somewhere. A Song of Ice and Fire, Fate Stay Night, Neon Genesis Evangelion is such a good title, man. It is such a good title. Monster, Kubera, One Less God, When They Cry, The Garden of Sinners is a great title too, man. I'll come to mine as far as great titles are concerned. 100%. All of those are fantastic titles. Monster, for like the one-word title, is so good. So good. When They Cry, now that you bring it up, I had never really thought about it in that way. But you're right. That's a great title, man. For like an overall series, right? For like oof. Then you switch over, Seagulls. What is Higurashi translated to in English? But it's really cool. The When They Cry thing. But no, Garden of Sinners is gas, man. I don't know who in the world, like, if they were, like, in the room together creating that title, but man, whoever came up with that title is just... That's insane. That's insane. Yo, Ibrahim, I appreciate you, yo. Thank you so much for the kind words and for commenting, even though you don't have the opportunity to stay. Yo, I appreciate you, man. I really, really do. $10.15, greatest episode ever made. Easy, Mean Kills. Easy. Yes, agreed with Alvis. 100%. 957, 982, 1015, all the Ishitani episodes for sure. Ragnarok as well. 957, 972, 979, 1015. Some peak. 978 is the one that I really like, personally. I love... wait, which one? Am I thinking of the right one? Let me check my Crunchyroll real quick. I think I'm thinking of the right one. Let me go to the roll. $978. I love that episode. 978 is Heat. 982, obviously. Super, super peak. Yeah, it's just some really good ones. The anime has had a lot of great episodes, man. Like, it really, really has. My biggest problem with the One Piece anime, as it always has been, is the way in which they stress stuff out. But by God, have they nailed so many phenomenal episodes, man. And Wano, dude, in terms of elevating moments from the manga, second to none. Second to none, man. Yo, Joel, you understand, yo, the Alice in Wonderland greatness, it'd be so cool. Studio Shaft, that is a perfect... Yo, Ragnarok. That's perfect. That is perfect, dude. Yes, I do, Jaskron Singh, I do. I definitely do believe G5 will be directed by the legendary Shitani. I really do. I really do. Kingdom, soon, Joel. Soon. Have you read Medaka Box? Shout out to Medaka Box, man. The Nisio Isin greatness. I need to finish the manga, but loved the anime. And that was a Gainax series, right? Loved the anime, and then of the manga portions that I read, I really, really enjoyed it. That was one of my... I think I read that when I was in flipping high school, dude. It's been a long time, but it was one of those that I really enjoyed reading. Y'all remember the manga reader app? When, like, the iPod Touch was just becoming a thing, there was a manga reader app that would put out, like, the manga panda chapters, the one manga chapters, and that's where I read Medaka Box. Good times. Good times. Higurashi equals cicadas. Oh, thank you, Shadow. I never would have put those two together. Thank you. Yes, so Vortex, I am in the middle of reading that book. The one you're talking about, it is called, let me go on my Viz. It is called, let me log in real quick. I just bought it. I bought it the night before the One Piece chapter came out. That's when it released. Oh snap, we got a new Chainsaw Man chapter 2 today. Okay. It's called the Shonen Jump Guide to Making Manga. I just got that because it has a lot of interviews, and I'm looking forward to reading through that. Yo, my door has opened like 1,000,000 times. Who's at my house, dude? What time is it? Oh, snap. Yeah, I've been here for 2 hours. I was only expecting to be here for an hour. Well, we'll wrap it up in like 10 minutes. We'll be all right. We'll be here for a little bit. They'll be okay. But, Yo, PKju, I appreciate you, yo. I really do. I appreciate you. Kiku versus Kondro, a great episode, Swagneys. Great episode. What was it, 994? Great episode. Great episode. But I appreciate all of y'all, man. If I didn't get to y'all by name, I saw all of the comments, all of the birthday wishes. I truly appreciate y'all, man. Just y'all being here was enough. To be able to discuss and talk about this. It's been a long time since I've done one of these types of streams where we just talk about a whole bunch of random stuff. So I really do appreciate y'all, man. How am I going to survive a G5 episode by Ishitani? Horus is going to be the greatest episode of all time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go from having episode 1015 as my all-time favorite to that. I can't wait. Dechimo. Sam. My boy? A fellow... Yo, Sam, earlier somebody asked who my favorite Trails character was, and I had to pull up the facts. I had to put up a picture of the GOAT. The protector of the realms. First of his name. Conqueror of the harems. My dog, Goat Man Reen, bro. You know what I mean? That's the king. That's the king. But I appreciate you, man. Yo, Sam, I'm loving Kuro no Kiseki 2, bro. So much. I'm playing it every single day. And right now I'm almost done with chapter 1. I think I'm almost done with chapter 1. But I've been just having a blast in the garden, bro. I can't even tell you. There has been so many nights where I'm just in the garden. And then when I finish the garden, go to bed. The next day, last thing before I go to sleep, go to the garden. Same thing. I love it, man. I love it, dude. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Andre, man. We're going to have a question. I personally think Kishimoto's one of the best German writers, especially at creating emotion despite. Agreed. The last arc being hurt by Kaguya's plot twists, I still think Naruto has some of the best writing. I agree. I've said it many different times. Right? I'm right there with you, Andre. Naruto is a very special series. From beginning to end, thematically, has incredible characters, insane twists. If you're just somebody who loves experiencing those peak-like stretches, has some of the greatest stretches. It has everything. Just a few things that we disagree with in regards to the ending of the story. But it really is a fantastic story from beginning to end. And it's one of the reasons why it was so popular for so many years. And I really wish I would have recognized that in my initial reading through the series. But it's one of those things you can only see it from in hindsight, right? And with a different point of view. But man, do I love the Naruto series, and I've only continued to love it over the years. So I'm 100% in agreement with you, bro. 100%. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, Chitty Bangs. Yo, I appreciate you. What are you feasting on your birthday? I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out very soon. Very, very soon. If you enjoyed Trails Recon, you might really like the Xenoblade games. I'm honestly, Alves, I said this earlier, but one of the reason I was in the middle of playing the Xenosaga trilogy. I was in number 2 when Kuro no Kiseki 2 dropped. And when Trails dropped, I was out of there. And but when I finished Kuro no Kiseki 2, I'm back. I'm going back into like swimwear and getting back on Xenosaga. Renite Neil, Van closing in soon. Dude, he really is, Sam. I was seeing that earlier. Like, Van is the fastest that any character ever reached, like, the top echelon of Trails for me. And we're only, like, at least for me, I'm like a game and a quarter in. Not even a quarter. And he's still the GOAT. He's already the GOAT, you know what I mean? Like, seriously. You know. Listen, Sam, you know. If I have a character on the same level as Reen and Ren in only a game's worth of time, they are GOATs, yo. Van Arkwright's the GOAT. You know what I mean? That's a GOAT right there, son. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate you. Naruto Power System's underrated. It really is. It is. Xenosaga and Blade are the same team working, and they're really good. Yeah, so with Xenosaga 2, I was in the middle of going through it. It was very strange. And I know the development history behind it is that in the middle of writing Xenosaga Episode 2, the Surya Saga and... mother of flag, Narcy. I'm getting old, yo. I'm getting old. the creator of Xenogears. Regardless, the husband and wife combo that created Xenogears and then created Xenosaga 1. On Xenosaga 2, apparently, they wrote the script. The script was, like, a new team took over the script and pretty much, like... So, I know the development history behind it, and even though I'm enjoying Xenosaga Episode 2, I can't deny having that context in the back of my mind that this is not done by the same creators. So, I'm still playing through it, though, having a good time with it. But when I get to Xenosaga 3, my understanding is that Soria Saga didn't work on it, but the husband did. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Xenosaga 3 and then Blade and On have to offer, because I'm not mistaken, I believe he came back to a director role for all of those other ones. But I think Xenosaga 2 was the only one where that's not the case, right? I think. No way, Yasser. We share the birthday? Yo, congratulations on turning 21, dog. I appreciate you for stopping by on your birthday, man. Happy flippin' birthday, Yasser Idris. Happy birthday. Yo, yeah, it's gonna be a good episode, yo. Can't wait to see how they handle the Nami, and I hope they extend Yamato versus Kaido. I really, really do. Luffy's the MVP for real. Luffy, yeah, Leon Hart, the Blade Lord, man. Flipping goat, dude. Is that a Lloyd banding his profile picture? We gotta get over the barrier, baby. Lloyd the banding stuff. Yo, Potato, I appreciate you for stopping by with the Lloyd profile picture, yo. That's the goat. You know what I mean? That's facts, Horace. That's a good comparison with Naruto and One Piece, like, or with Peak Naruto and Peak Wano. Like the anime experience, getting so many people into the series, and inspiring so many people to work on it. Like you said, episode 133 alone, not only just inspired so many people in the industry, but inspired so many people not only to get into anime and manga, but also just to get into like just be interested in animation and stuff of that nature. Because Lord knows, even when I was a kid, while watching that episode, I was like, dog, why does it look so good? You know, like, and you come to understand. But man, goodness gracious. Oh wow, Evangelion development levels of hectic. That's crazy. But I'll be playing some Final Fantasy soon. Sam, stop playing. Now I can finally run FF7 Remake? You're gonna finally understand where I'm coming from when it comes to Final Fantasy, bro. Let's go. That's exciting. That is exciting, Sam. I hope you enjoy it, man. And anytime that you want to update me on Final Fantasy, you spam me in my DMs, dog. They're always open for that FF7, you know what I mean? And that way I won't feel as bad whenever I spam you guys with my trails. You feel me? Takahashi, that's his name. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yo, Leap Wish, me too, yo. And I appreciate you for the birthday wishes, but I really want Reborn to come back, man. I really do. Yamato and Egghead as their first outside island. Hey, swag me, I'll take it. As long as Yamato comes back, I'll take it. You know what I mean? But I do think we're going to be without Yamato for a minute. I really do. As much as I would want that to be the case. My last try skipped this match so many times. Oh, Subra, I apologize, yo. Please check Twitter. I tagged you on an official Windbreaker chapter. Just check it once on stream. Just check it on stream. Let me see. So you tagged me in... Did you tag me in it, Subra? I don't see it. Hold on, let me go to my mentions. Super, I don't see it. Let me see. Oh, I see right here. Windbreaker. One Piece Naruto Windbreaker. Is that Chopper? Doing the Shanks pose? What is this? Why is he rocking the Chopper hat? Anything the Shanks? Is that Gundam? Marvel. The Infinity Gauntlet. Brother, what am I reading? Is this a part of the actual manga? He even says my hand shines as it cries out, shining finger G Gundam style? What is this, Subra? What did I just read, yo? Is that legitimately in the manga? It's official? That's wild. That's wild, dog. Yo, Andres Gonzalez, thank you, yo. I appreciate you. Kata Curry, I appreciate you, man. Dominator K5, thank you, yo. Thank you. Sam, man, have a good one, dog. I appreciate you for stopping by. Yo, Mist, I appreciate you, man. You know, it's crazy how 7 Remake and the original 7 had, like, the same impact in terms of... Excuse me. They got so many people into RPGs. Like, the original 7 got me into just Japanese media in general. And 7 Remake, or the original 7 got people into RPGs and stuff like that, right? Or 7 Remake did it again. Like, when that game came out, so many people got into the series again. And so, I'm glad that you were one of them, Missed. Because it really is a special game. Take it from a manga reader's perspective, it's quote-unquote, somebody who played the original game. That experience was special for the remake, so I'm glad that you enjoyed going through it. And nah, man, you have peak taste. You have peak taste, yeah. M Sphere, what's good? Oh nah, yo, M Sphere, you don't have to do that for me, dog. You don't have to do that for me, man. But I appreciate you, yo. I appreciate the thought, man. Nothing but love to you, M Sphere, man. Hope everything's going good with you. Have a good one, yo. Jesus, thank you, dog. Thank you. How are you enjoying the Bleach greatness, man? Nadish, thank you. Kyle, thank you. Now y'all are goated, man. Seriously. Yo, there's a lot of Ayub, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Nah, man, yo, this is a fun one. So, I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. I was thinking about the current arc with a friend. It's kind of interesting. All the islands are closed from what we know. So Sword, CP0, Strides, Vegapunk, Law, but they're legitimately my crossover conflicts. And that's the thing. This is going to be what is going to catapult everything else into insanity, right? So it's like, literally, like you said, the Sword, CP0, Strides, Vegapunk, Law, Blackbeard, like all of them are here. And it's like, oh, Peak is gonna be going in. So. Yeah, that's why, Sage, with all of that being said, that's why this week I really want to do a Recon piece on that, on like Egghead Island, whether it be live or pre-recorded. Because there's so much to talk about, man. There is so much to talk about, dude. Especially, like you said, the fact that they can all cross over and join and become one conflict. That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it. Part Warriors 4. Me too, Carter Curry. You have no idea. And I think they're doing that for a reason. I think they're saving G5 for either a Burning Blood 2 or a Pirate Warriors 5, whatever it's going to be. Because everyone knows when that thing comes out on Treasure Cruise, we're all spending money. That might be the only time I ever do a stream where I'm pulling for something on stream. Like so I can pull G5 in front of everyone. And I think they're going to do the same thing they did with Yamato. Where if you play Treasure Cruise, Yamato came out the same week as the anime. And I think G5's going to do the same thing, because they know we're going to be pouring money into that Treasure Cruise unit whenever it drops. But regardless, I want to thank everybody for stopping by for these 2 hours that we've been here. I didn't expect to be here for so long, but I do have to get going. I have a few things I need to get done today. But y'all, we had a blast, man. We had a blast. I had a blast, and I thank y'all for taking time out of your day in order to be here. My boy Shadow, this has been fun. Can't wait for you to get the second half of this and the mental meltdown you have when you see the title of the next chapter. Oh my god. I'm not ready, Shadow, bro. I'm not ready in the slightest, man. That goat Vera is gonna be melting me. I can already see it. But yeah, man, it's just super, super excited. I'm looking forward to experiencing some greatness later on today, both experiencing old favorites and some new stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun writing and stuff. But yo, Vortex, man, Trails from Zero, bro. I gotta continue the greatness soon. For at least stream wise, so we can talk about One Piece on there and all that other greatness that we do there. But yo, y'all have a good one. Yo, Zed Ferenz. Now that I see him, yo, check out Zed Ferenz's video. He did an Eternal Pose animation over on Blender. That was really, really cool. So shout out to Zed for producing that. You could tell the hard work and the passion that went into it. So definitely check out Zed Ferenz's content there when it comes to that. But until then, I will see y'all. Have a good one. I hope everybody has a great day. Experience some peak today, y'all. For your boy, experience some peak. And we'll be up in the next format. But yo, y'all have a good one. Shadow, whenever I get on the Goat Bear, I'll make sure to give you the state of my mental state in your DMs. But yo, this was so much fun, man. I really appreciate y'all. Lazy mofos, it really did go by quick, bro. I really, really did, man. Thank you, Mandy Moon Sue, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are goats. Y'all have a good one. Holy flagnards, yo. What a day. Time to go experience some heat, though. Well, actually, no, before experiencing, let me go eat, and then we'll write some heat, and then we'll experience